Hey, what's up, wonderful family? Welcome back to the Swahili classes for this particular weekend, being on a beautiful Sunday, the 21st day of the month of April, the year 2024. I do hope that your week is coming along. Your weekend is coming along just fine, and that you're all delighted to be with us on this particular show where we get to learn Swahili, which is a beautiful East African language that is supposed to bring us together. Because if we are able to speak in one language, that actually inspires more cooperation and inspires more unity amongst African people from all walks of life. The beautiful thing about a language is that the language is actually cuts across different subsets or different different groups of people. It doesn't matter whether you all actually rich or poor, the language remains to be the same, regardless of where you're coming from. And this particular Swahili language actually has its origin along the East African coast. I am talking about Mombasa. I am talking about Zanzibar. I am talking about these beautiful East African coast places where the language was born. And the language has been growing. If you go to Tanzania, you will find so many speakers of this beautiful language. And I actually do say it has over 150 million speakers on the continent, because I realized that even in Zambia, you will find people speaking in Swahili. Some years back, we did have an artist from Zambia also telling us that his music is also done in both the languages, the Nyanja and also the Swahili language. We do have over 2,000. We do have about 2,000 languages on the continent, but we have chosen Swahili because it is a beautiful language, and it is a language which is very, very easy for you to learn. So today we shall continue from where we left last time, and we shall be learning about simple Swahili, some popular Swahili words, and then we shall go into Swahili grammar and understanding how this Swahili language is different from English. And so today we shall be learning a bit of common courtesy words and also Swahili grammar. We shall be learning nouns, verbs, and adjectives in Swahili. But before we get into the Swahili nouns, verbs, and adjectives, we shall simply just look at the common courtesy words. So once again, just a bit of the words and the phrases. Last week, we were talking about how you welcome people, how you say bid goodbye to them, how you actually say sorry to them, how you actually just wish them a good night, things like that are just day-to-day conversational words. From the morning when you wake up, you would actually say hello to someone, and you would actually also maybe perhaps love to know how they are doing. And we shall be learning about these common courtesy words, and then we shall jump into Swahili grammar, which is nouns, verbs, and adjectives. And in case you would love to have these particular notes for the Swahili classes, please let me know so that I can just share with you the notes. And from there, you would be able to just catch up in case you are joining us. This is the second class, I believe, the third class, sorry. And in case you have missed the previous two classes, you can still find them on Spreaker, because we are on Spreaker. Just head over to Spreaker.com and look for the Black Hot Fire Network. And once you find the Black Hot Fire Network on Spreaker, then make a point of looking for the Swahili classes. Like I did say, we started having Swahili classes about 2019 or 2018, thereabout. I'm really not quite sure. And therefore, some of those classes, even the original ones, they are still there on Spreaker. Sometimes we do offload episodes on Spreaker just to create more space. But I am sure if you head over to Spreaker, that is Spreeka, Spreaker, you would still find. Let me just put down the Spreaker link here so that you can find us also on that particular platform, and check out some of those classes on our Spreaker. Jiba Jaba, thank you so much for joining us. We had a bit of a hitch there. There was a bit of a problem with the chargers. but it's fixed, and now we are good to go. And I do hope that your weekend is coming along just fine. And in Kenya, there has been a whole lot of things going on. There has been the funeral of the Chief of Defense Forces who actually passed on, rising from a tragedy that was witnessed on Wednesday involving a military plane crash. And there have been so many conspiracy stories going around, and there are still so many questions unanswered. So most people in Kenya, you would find them fixated on their TVs just following the funeral ceremony of this Chief of the Defense Forces, who is the highest ranking military officer in Kenya. But of course, life is like that. Life has to continue. The funny thing about life, it doesn't matter whether you're coming from the Swahili culture or whatever other culture. The minute you actually just pass away, and you transition, what happens is that life goes on in almost exactly the same breath and the same rhythm. Apart from the friends, the close friends, and the family, and people who are directly linked to this particular individual, for the rest of the Kenyans and for the rest of people worldwide, when one particular person passes on, let me tell you, when one particular person passes on, and the transition, life does not stop. Life continues in the same breath and in the same wave as it was. So even if you have lost the Chief of Defense Forces right here in Kenya, nothing will change. The price of unga will not change. The price of rice or sugar will not change. What will happen is that life will continue in exactly the same breath, as it has been going on, even for you and me. The day, the day you will kick the bucket, of course, your people will mourn you, and your friends, your family, your colleagues. But the next day, the sun will rise. The same way it has risen for so many billions of years. The same traffic people experience, whether be it in Nairobi or New York, the same will happen. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Kenya is mourning the loss of the Chief of the Defense Forces right here in Kenya, who passed on from a military plane crash that happened on Wednesday. And the man was a very, very simple man. For him, he said that he did not want Mom will tell me the world doesn't revolve around you. He was very right. Nothing stops. So for me, my life mantra, and also for you, for anyone else, is this making your small impact, or make your impact in whatsoever small or big way. It doesn't have to be a small impact. You can actually make a very, very big impact. The thing is, Spike, you listed the damn crash before the internet cuts out again. It's not the internet cutting out. It was the charger. I was trying to find what the charger was at, but luckily Joby came to the rescue, and she actually, I think it was one of the plugs that wasn't working quite well. But anyhow, we are back. So what was I saying? General Mosquito, Ziba Jaba, and whoever might be joining us along this particular class. I was saying, life does not revolve around you. The day you will kick that bucket, the same traffic that is witnessed in your city will continue. The sun will rise the same way the sun rises, whatsoever day, and so many other interesting things will continue. So just share the same life mantra with me. Just make your small impact in whatsoever big or small way that you can, and even after you're gone, life will still continue. Just like with this the Chief of Defense Forces in Kenya. And Sanken One, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I hope that you are doing fantastic on a wonderful Sunday, and that you're making your own small impact or your own big impact in whatsoever way, whatsoever area. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. And anyway, let me finish my TED Talk there. That was a bit of a TED Talk. My TED Talk ends there. So let's go back to learning Swahili. And I was just saying that in Swahili, we do have the common courtesy words in Swahili, day in, day out. When you wake up in the morning, you will actually just say hello to someone, check how they're doing, have they had a good night, and things like that. So you would actually just say hello to them, hujambo, or you'd actually say habari, or you'd actually just say umeamkaje, which is a Swahili phrase, which means how have you woken up? How have you woken up? How have you woken up? Peace and abundance, jiba jiba, and ansankinwan. Peace and abundance to everyone. And I do hope in the UK you are also enjoying the same abundance. You were letting us know that your Cash App actually, the UK Cash App was shut down or something like that, and your money is still in your Cash App. Anyhow, that's. I do hope that they sort out the systems right there in the UK. There have been so many interesting things that I have seen over this particular week, but I'm not here to share with you what interesting things there have been over that particular week. But there's this particular video. I will be sharing with you over this lady who was doing her TikTok live. And when she was doing her TikTok live, I think we all do know what these white people do. You know, they pop up on our stream and try jam the flow of the stream. But I will share with you of that particular video of how this particular lady, or how this particular African queen was dealing with those muzungus on that particular platform. Just wait. I'll share with you that particular video. But let's go back to Swahili. And I was saying that in Swahili we do have the common phrases, and I think we did learn them some of them last week. And we are talking about the vowels in Swahili. I've taught you about the 5 vowels in Swahili: the a, e, o, u, and these are the 5 vowels in Swahili. When you're talking about the consonants in Swahili, the consonants in Swahili constitute the 24. Of course, you do have the 26 letters of the alphabet, but in Swahili we do not have Q and X. In Swahili we do not have Q and X, and therefore what Swahili borrows from English is 24 letters, 24 letters of the alphabet that constitute the 24 consonants in Swahili. And then on top of these 24 consonants, we do have the special class of consonants in Swahili, and these are a combination of 2 consonants. For example, C and H will combine. C and H will be combined. C and H will be combined to form part of the consonants in Swahili. So in Swahili we have more than 26 consonants. I believe maybe they might go up to 30 something consonants, because you shall take the 24 letters of the alphabet A to Z, but you will exclude X and Q, and therefore we do not have X and Q in Swahili. So you'll have all these other letters of the alphabet constituting the Swahili consonants, and then you will also add a special class of consonants that will combine 2 consonants. For example, C and H, for example, D and H, for example, T and H. Those are special class of consonants in Swahili. But on a normal day-to-day, what you will find in Swahili is just what do you call it? You will have the vowel sounds. You'll have these particular vowel sounds being used in an exchange. You would exchange. For example, if you're talking about kitabu, you will have the language having a flow of alternating vowel sounds. For example, ki, ta, bu. Kitabu, I was saying a little bit earlier on, kitabu simply is a book, but you will have it having 3 different syllables: ki, ta, bu. Ki, ta, bu. And in those 3 syllables, you'd have them ending with a vowel sound: ki, which is a vowel sound e; ta, which is a vowel sound a; and bu, the syllable bu, has the vowel sound u. And therefore, you will find in all Swahili words, all Swahili words end with a syllable which has a vowel sound, either a, e, o, or u. So all Swahili words ends with a syllable which has a vowel sound, either a, e, or u. So if I'm talking about ondoka, which is leave, if someone tells you ondoka, they're simply saying leave. Ondoka, that ends with the syllable ka. It ends with the syllable ka, which has that vowel sound a. So all Swahili words, regardless of whatever Swahili word, all of them end with a syllable which has a vowel sound, And you also realize that when it comes to Swahili and you're asking a question, I always do say that when you're asking a question in Swahili, you simply might use this prefix je. Je umeamkaje? Je umeshinda vizuri? Je unaenda wapi? Je umekula nini? And last week, I will just want to touch on what we were doing last week and then go into the nouns, the verbs, and the pronouns in today's class. So if you have a question, please do let me know. In case there is anything that you feel that you do not understand, do not hesitate. Kindly do ask. Do not hesitate. Kindly just feel free to ask. And also remind me to share that particular video. There have been some videos I just get that have popped up on my feed, and I think are really interesting when it comes to sharing with the rest of the family here. But yes, these are the 5 vowel sounds in Swahili. Am, e, o, u. And they are given examples. For example, andika. In andika, andika simply means to write. Andika, andika. Or you do find the vowel a, which is the English letter A, the vowel a, which is the English letter A, being used as a. The English letter A is the Swahili vowel a. So the English letter E, is the Swahili vowel e, So for example, the English letter E becomes the vowel sound e, and in an example of a word, you would say endelea. Endelea simply means continue. Endelea simply means continue. And that means continue. If someone says, should I continue the classes? Should I continue the Swahili classes? You would simply respond and say, ndio. Ndio means yes, and ndio means yes. And you might say, ndio, endelea. Ndio, endelea. General Mosiru, you were saying that I should have a whiteboard. I will try have a whiteboard. I'll try see if we can organize for that, so that it would be easier for me just writing these things on the board. I think it might be more productive than what I'm doing right now. But let's see what we do next weekend. I'll try work and I'll see what we can do for that. So the English letter I is the Swahili vowel E. It's a Swahili vowel E. For example, if I do say Rafiki, Rafiki is a friend. The Rafiki, we do have those syllables Ra, the syllable Fi, and the syllable Ki, and that Ki ends with the vowel sound E. And if I'm talking about E, the vowel E, starting out in a word, we would have Inuka, which is I, Inuka, I-N-U-K-A, Inuka, as it is written right here on this particular example, Inuka. So remember, we do have the 5 vowels in Swahili, and these are the English letter A for the Swahili vowel A, the English letter E for the Swahili vowel E, the English letter I for the Swahili vowel E, and the English letter O for the Swahili vowel O. It's pronounced as O. For example, in the word ondoka means leave. And also we do have the last vowel, which is the vowel U. The Swahili vowel U is simply the English letter U. But for example, in English, you would say umbrella because it's the letter U, umbrella. But in Swahili, it actually becomes U. It becomes U, not am. It becomes U. So you would say ugua. You would actually say ugua, which means become to ail from something, And like you can see, the consonants I have shared with them here. The English letter A, all these letters in the English alphabet, they do constitute they do constitute the Swahili consonants as well, except for X and Q, which is something that you should actually realize. X and Q, if you do see any word starting with X and Q, that is not a Swahili word. If you do see any word which has an X and Q within it, all, in the letters, that is not a Swahili word. Last week, we talked about the family unit. We learned that mother simply translates into mama. Mother translates into mama. When you're talking about father, you simply say baba, baba, baba. And therefore, you do have that consonant connected with a vowel, ba. The consonant B becomes ba. And when you connect it with the vowel a, becomes ba. And then you repeat it, it becomes ba, ba, which is the word for father, baba, baba. For mom, we did say it's mama. We did say it's mama. For sister, it's dada. For brother, it's kaka. So you do say hujambo kaka for hello brother. You do say hujambo dada for hello sister. You do say hujambo mama for hello mom. You do say hujambo baba for hello dad or hello father. You do say hujambo shangazi for hello auntie, And you would say hujambo binamu for hello cousin. And you would say hujambo mpwa. Mpwa is the nephew or the niece. In Swahili, once again, there is something odd about the language, is that Swahili is also not gender specific. They don't do blackboards no more. That's why I said whiteboard. Does a vowel end between the male and the female terms? No, it does not. It does not. One of the things that I'm yet to research and find out, Jibajaba, is why Swahili is not gender specific. Maybe perhaps these might have to show with the importance of not putting any gender above any other gender, or just have all the Swahili people. Maybe it's because the Swahili people understood, or the Bantu people that spoke Swahili understood, that when it comes to male and female, it's a matter of synergy, not a matter of better, or a matter of higher than, the male being higher than the female, or it's a matter of synergy, or it's a matter of complementing energy that is complementing each other. And that is why maybe perhaps the language is not gender specific. Like I'm telling you, if you're talking about a nephew, if you do have your sister's child, and that is a boy, and you have a nephew, the Swahili word for nephew is mpwa. The Swahili word for niece is mpwa. And therefore, I think that also brought about that balance, which I would think is why we do not have a change when you're talking about a man or a woman in Swahili. It does not change. Actually, in Swahili, we do not really have those terms, he, she. You can only, you can have he and she in Swahili, but when you're talking about he left, he left the house, or he left the studio. He left the house in Swahili, you would say aliondoka nyumbani. For she left the studio, it's also the same, aliondoka nyumbani, or aliondoka studioni. It does not change. It's just the same. It does not have those prefixes for the male and the female. It's just the same. Maybe perhaps the people understood very, very well that for man and woman, that is just negative and positive, just complementing each other. You cannot say negative is better than positive. It's just the way the force of the universe works. But yes, I think that is the truth. Could not gender specific, like a white man's language. Just the white man's language has that kind of way. It wants to elevate the man, and also now look down upon the woman and degrade the value, while they should be, just as the African spirit would have it, just complementary, or just complementing each other, just like a lock and key. But anyhow, that's a story for another different day. And I do see Black Fire, you saying yes, I believe that is Keith with us. And let's continue learning this Swahili. So far, I believe you are with us to that particular extent. We have talked about the vowels, talked about the consonants, we have talked about the syllables. And as we continue learning the grammar, then you would be able to know what's good with this beautiful African language. And yes, let's continue. Let me share my screen once again. Let me share my screen once again. Let me share my screen once again. Let me share my screen. So go back to the notes here. So yes, I talked about the family unit last week, and I believe up to now we are at par. I also told you that if you want to say hello to someone in Swahili, you say hujambo. In case you want to just be specific and ask how are you, you simply use the phrase habari yako, habari yako. This is a phrase, habari yako. If you just want to ask people how are you, you simply say habari yako. And habari is H-A-B-A, haba, habari, H-A-B-A-R-I, H-A-B-A-R-I. I believe family will make a point of having that board so that I can just be writing it down with the marker pen. It would actually make much more easier for you. But yeah, we move a little bit further from that. We have talked about the family unit we did last week. Let's not go back on the same. We talked about the body parts, I believe, last week. I said that the head is kichwa, the eye is jicho, the mouth is mdomo, the ear is kio, the neck is shingo. We have all these words, and the most difficult part about maybe learning Swahili is the pronunciation. The most maybe difficult part is maybe learning a bit of the pronunciation, but it's not even difficult because for the better part, the words I'll pronounce just as they are read. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm saying the words are pronounced almost directly as they are read. For example, with water, let me just give an example of water, which is a basic item in Swahili, and of course it will come up. Water is a maji. Water is, let me just give this particular example so that you can see, maybe it might make things a bit much easier. One example, because Swahili words are read just as almost as directly as they are written. So for example, if you're talking about maji, maji translates into water, right? So if maji is translating into water, then we do have those two syllables, ma and G. We do have those two syllables, ma and G. Maji, maji. So ma, G. It's the way you it's written. It's pronounced almost just directly as it is written for most of the Swahili words, not all of them, but for most. So if you're talking about water, which is maji, and you want to say, give me some water, nipe maji, which is N-I-P-E, N-I-P-E, N-I-P-E. Nipe is give me. Nipe is give me. So you would say nipe maji, which is a phrase, nipe maji, which is give me water, give me water, give me water. But you see, with maji, if someone just puts the word there, M-A-J-I, and from what we have learned from the vowels, that the vowel I is the English letter I, but in Swahili it becomes the vowel E, so you'd know that maji would be maji, E, maji, E. That sound, the vowel sound E, is for the letter I. I'm not sure if you guys are following, but if you're following, then nipe maji. But if you're asking for me, you're talking about me. You're talking about me, it's just simply mimi. Mimi is just, me is translated into mimi in Swahili. Mimi. And you'd say, for example, give me food. Nipe chakula mimi. Nipe chakula mimi. But mimi is almost a repetition of I, and I is mimi. But anyhow, I was saying for most of the Swahili words, how they are written is how they are spelled. You only have to master. You only have to remember the vowels, the 5 vowels. So for ma, M-A, the syllable ma, for maji, ma, which has the consonant M, the consonant M for you say ma, maji, maji, M-A-J-I, nipa maji. For food, for food is chakula. For food is chakula, which is food. For food is chakula, which is our food. And therefore, you would simply say nipe chakula, nipe chakula. So you would see this chakula has the different syllables. It has cha, it has ku, it has la. These are the three syllables in this word chakula. And therefore, the way it's written, it sounds, the way you pronounce it, it's almost just as direct as it is written. The only thing you need to remember is the 5 vowels, the a, e, o, o. And like I said, Swahili words are made up of alternating syllables, which do have alternating syllables that end with a vowel sound. Alternating syllables that end with a vowel sound. For example, if I'm talking about cha, that's a syllable, cha. And then you do have ku, 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 which is another syllable, and la. So the word is cha, ku, la, cha, ku, la, cha, ku, la. And that is the Swahili word for food. So once again, you would say, nipe chakula, nipe chakula, which means give me food, give me food. And this language, once again, let me also take you back to one of the things that is beautiful about this particular language. Swahili language is very, 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 very polite, very polite. And there's something that I actually happened to realize when we were with the Black Hot Network family in Tanzania. That was in 2022. I'm not sure. 2021. Yeah, that was 2021. You realize that this language is not just a language, but it also it's very much intertwined with the culture and also with the norms. People are very courteous in Swahili. You'll find people being very, very courteous, being very, what can I say? Even when you go into a shop, for example, you go into a shop, a convenience store, you want to buy something, the way someone will approach the attendant, it's in a very, very nice way. And also the way the conversation between the attendant, the shop attendant, and you as a buyer, the conversation will be very smooth. It is actually very, very smooth. And you would say, tafadhali, ningependa uniuzie chakula. For example, if you just got into a hotel, you might say, tafadhali, ningependa uniuzie chakula. It's not that, what can I say? It's not that the language is, the people are timid, or it's that people don't know, people cannot be tough with the language. But what I'm saying is that this language is beautiful. And even the way it's actually, people express themselves in the language, it's in a very, very human, and not just human, but it has a whole lot of decency and a whole lot of it's very, very smooth. Let me just put it as please, can I have some food? Yes, tafadhali ningependa uniuzie chakula. Tafadhali ningependa uniuzie chakula. And chakula has 3 syllables, cha, ku, la. And I'm saying Swahili is relatively simple to understand, because the way a word is written, it is almost pronounced in just the same direct way. And I've given an example of maji as well. Please, can I have some water? Then this is maji, once again, maji, which has 2 syllables, ma and g. It has 2 syllables, ma and g. And therefore, that is what it is. I was saying there are no curse words in Swahili, but General Mosquito, if you like to curse a lot, you might come up with your own Swahili curse words. But there are no curse words in Swahili, unless you want to call someone an animal, which is still not cursing, because someone cannot be an animal. But there are no curse words. People might call you a dog, or they might call you what other thing? I don't know. People might call you anything, but in Swahili, we do not really have those curse words, and that is why I do say it has a whole lot of humanity, and that is also, we as a Black people do have that humanity is coded. We as a melanated people, we also like to be, like to be like that. That is why I think it's not being docile. It's just, I think, in the nature of how we are actually I think how we are, but anyhow, that is a whole story for another different day. Let's go back to learning Swahili, and I would just like to go into other examples. Let me just go into other different examples. But remember, you have to remember one thing: the vowels. There are 5 vowel sounds. There are about 30 consonants in Swahili, and the consonants in Swahili. These are the English. These are the they are borrowed from. These are the 26 letters of the alphabet. And then you subtract X and Q. You subtract X and Q. That is what I'm trying to teach. You subtract X and Q, and you have 24 consonants. And then on those 24, you will add a special class of consonants, special class of Swahili consonants. And these are consonants that combine two consonants. For example, C and H. C and H, for example, D and H, for example, T and H. But I do hope that you do get the drift. And if you do have a question, please feel free at any time to stop me and just continue to ask the question. We have said food is chakula, oil is mafuta, cloth is nguo, and air is hewa, fire is moto. And also, another thing, let me just say, Swahili is not so wordy. Swahili is not also very, very wordy. What happens, for example, if I'm talking about black hot fire, there is the word black, there is the word hot, there is the word fire. Those are 3 words. But in Swahili, fire and hot are the same words. It's moto. Fire, if you do say fire, you were saying moto, M-O-T-O, which sounds like a Japanese word, M-O-T-O. Moto is for fire, M-O-T-O is moto. But if you're also talking about hot, if you're talking about hot is also fire. Hot is also fire. Sorry, hot is also moto. Sorry, hot is also moto in Swahili. In some languages, you might find some languages that have so many words for the same thing. In Swahili is not very, very wordy. It's not very, very wordy that you do have, like you're explaining a scenario, just a small brief scenario, and you need about close to 3,000 words for that. In Swahili, you just need a few words, you just need a few words to explain the whole scenario. And that is also another beautiful thing about the language. That is according to my experience, how I have seen the language being. And I would say it's a beautiful thing as well. You do not need so many words that is for telling something that is quite simple. But anyway, let's go back to having more examples of Swahili words so that you can understand more of the vowels, you can understand more of the pronunciation, and you can understand more of how the words are actually just put together. Because in Swahili, it is important to have the single words and also now get to the phrases, those words that are coined together, For example, siku njema. If you're telling someone you wish them a good day, you just have the phrase siku njema, which is good day. If someone says kuwa na siku njema is simply just have a good day. Kuwa na siku njema, have a good day. But let's go back to some other words which are very, very common that you'll have in your day-to-day conversation in Swahili. I have talked about maji. I have talked about chakula. I have talked about clothing. Clothing is nguo. I have talked about hewa, which is air. These are basic things. I've talked about time. Time is wakati. Time is simply wakati. If someone says kuwa na wakati mwema, have is kuwa. Have is H-A-V-E, translates into kuwa. So if you're telling someone kuwa na siku njema, habari kaka, kuwa na siku njema. Habari kaka, nakutakia siku njema. That is a simply, hello brother, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Hello brother, I'm wishing you a wonderful day. And it's like that. The same thing, hello sister, I'm wishing you a beautiful day would be habari dada, nakutakia siku njema, or kuwa na siku njema. So time is wakati, you might say wakati mwema or siku njema, and it's understood to be that easy. And then we talked about places. I don't know if you remember last week, we talked about places last week. And I was saying, when you talk about places, we normally, when you talk about places, we normally, when you talk about places, these are part of course, this is a part of the nouns. This is a part of the nouns, the names of our places. And therefore, if you're talking about maybe perhaps going to the market, if you're talking about maybe perhaps going to the market, you would say soko, S-O-K-O, S-O-K-O, which is for the market, S-O-K-O. And if you're talking about maybe perhaps going home, you would say nyumbani, 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 enda nyumbani. Enda simply means go. Enda simply means go. And therefore, you would simply just say enda nyumbani, enda nyumbani. And if someone is inviting you home, they would simply say kuja nyumbani, would simply say come home. And I believe this is what the Ghanaians actually have been doing, telling people come back home. And I was thinking about this thing of the Ghanaians. It was called the year of return. And I was checking whatever happened after the year of return, whatever happened after this year of return, is that now they do have the same campaign of just having, people come back home, people taken to different parts of the world, Brazil, the USA, Europe, different places, taken through slavery, the transatlantic slave trade. Ghana telling people we are welcoming you back with open arms, and and we would love we'd love you to come back home, which is rudi nyumbani or kuja nyumbani. Rudi means return. Rudi means return. R-U-D-I. Rudi is return. Rudi is return. Rudi is return. And come is kuja. Come is kuja. Kuja. The toilet is msalani. Toilet. We do have toilet. Toilet is simply, you might say msalani. Msalani is, and also I've also realized that there is also, even if the language is quite interesting, there is also euphemism. There is also euphemism in Swahili. A whole lot of euphemism in Swahili. Swahili is not a direct language. Even when people are coming to converse with you, they are really not quite direct. They might find the use of idioms, use of metaphors, use of other figures of speech to deliver a point. And you also do have euphemism. So for toilet, you would say ningependa. Ningependa is I would like. Ningependa is I would like. Or tafadhali is kindly or please. Let me just put those down. Tafadhali, which is please. Tafadhali, which is please. Which is please. You would say nielekeze, which is direct me to, or direct me towards, or direct me, show me the direction, direct me to. Nielekeze, which is direct me to, or guide me, or direct me to. And then you would say msalani. Msalani is toilet. Msalani. Msalani, which is the toilet. So it's say tafadhali, please kindly, guide me to, show me the direction to where I can, go to the washroom. And of course, going back also to these particular keywords, once again, going back to these particular keywords, when you're talking about places, you would actually say rudi nyumbani. Nyumbani is come back home. You say enda nyumbani is go home. Enda is go. Enda. Once again, enda, like I did say, enda is go. And enda has two Let's go. And enda has 2 syllables. Enda, it has 2 syllables. And like I did say, the English letter E, the English letter E makes the Swahili vowel E. Makes the Swahili vowel E. So for example, if you read a word which starts with the letter E, for example, elekea, which means so if you find or if you stumble a word, if you stumble upon a word which starts with the English letter E, it's a Swahili word which starts with the English letter E, you will not say ilikea, you will not say ilikea, you will actually not say ilikea or ilikia, you will not say ilikia, you will just say because it's the vowel the English letter E is the vowel and therefore you will not say ilikea, you will not say ilikia, you will not say ilikia. You will simply say lekea, elekea, elekea, because is a vowel. The English letter E is a Swahili vowel E, and therefore it has to be elekea, not ilikea. The same thing with other words, like I have shown you, are the same thing with other words. I'm picking up Swahili has more syllables but less words to say the same sentence as English. Yes, I believe that to be true. Yes, I believe that to be true. Go home is enda nyumbani. Yes, I believe that is actually a good observation that you're making. But what you need to know is that if you do find any Swahili word, the way you utter it, you have to be conscious of the vowels. And these are the 5 vowels in Swahili: the a, e, o, u. For example, this is a verb, amka, which is rise, or wake up, which is rise, Amka would be, it starts with the vowel, the vowel a. So I think it would be easy. It translates almost most of the words translate, or they are read as simply as they are written. Amka. But the M, of course, have to have that particular intonation. Amka. And that is how you say rise up or rise or wake. Amka. And of course, we have talked about this particular very, very popular word in Swahili, which is sasa. Sasa in Swahili simply means now. If you're talking about now, amka sasa, it means wake up now or rise up now. But of course, even in the slang in Swahili, because we also do have another language which is called Sheng. And Sheng is Swahili and English. This is a language which is used by so many people. And sometimes even people here locally, they forget the Swahili word for something, and therefore they combine English and Swahili. This is a language known as Sheng, Swahili and English. So you find someone saying sasa. Sasa is for hello. Sasa is hello, but sasa is not Swahili for sasa is not Swahili for hello. But you can still say tell someone sasa, and they would understand that you're saying hello to them, and they will say poa, which is okay. I'm all right. Niko poa. If someone says niko poa, it's still some Sheng. But let's not deviate into Sheng. Let's stick with Swahili, because now if you go to that direction, it will take us somewhere different. But let's stick to Swahili. But I'm saying, the thing with Swahili, even as an intermediate learner, and you are unable to speak all of the fluent Swahili, you can still throw in some English words on there, and you will be good with most of the population in the cities where Sheng is spoken. But yes, let's take some other different examples of words here so that you can understand more of the pronunciations of how you read them. And these might be words or phrases, because Swahili also embraces a whole lot of words together and phrases. Like rise up is like amka, but let me just give some examples here. Let me go back to examples of words. Let me give a few more examples of words. Let me give a few more examples. Like it did say of places, we do say home is nyumbani. The market is soko. The river is mto. And we shall, when we get into starting to learn the nouns, the names of places, the names of people, we shall realize that when you're talking about names of places, you have to add the syllable ni or the syllable ni, which actually shows that you are talking about a particular place or within that particular place. Like if you say nyumba is a house, but if you say nyumbani, talking about inside the house or within the house or within the compound. That is what it is. But let me give a few more examples of Swahili words so that we can also learn to see how the pronunciation is different. If you're talking about directions, you would say the east is referred to as mashariki. And once again, with the word mashariki, you realize that this is a word made up of syllables with alternating vowel sounds like ma, sha, ri, ki, ma, sha, ri, ki. Sometimes we'll have, most of the times we'll have words with alternating syllables with alternating vowel sounds, which is also what makes Swahili also have a beautiful taste to it. Let's talk about common verbs translated into Swahili. Common verbs being translated into Swahili. The verb eat into Swahili is translated as kula. The verb cook is translated into pika. The verb sleep is translated into lala, L-A-L-A. People talk about lala land, L-A-L-A, but this is sleep. Lala is sleep. Wake up is amka or rise up. To leave, I've already used this example, is ondoka. To clean, you do say osha. To walk, you do say tembea. And I've always talked about, if you're talking about a beat, something in a beat, or you want to show miniature form of that particular thing, for example, walk a beat or talk a beat, you would say tembea kidogo. Kidogo is also a very, very popular Swahili word. Kidogo means a literal or a bit, a literal or a bit. If you do say kula kidogo, it means just eat a literal. If you do say pika kidogo, it means just cook a literal. So whatever you do word whenever you do word kidogo as a prefix, sorry, as a suffix for a word, that means a literal of that, a literal of that. If you do say ka kidogo, it simply means just a literal. If you do say walk up, tembea kidogo, it means you say in walk a literal. If you do say learn a literal, you do say, if you do say learn a literal, in Swahili you would say soma kidogo. If you speaking is ongea, then you would say ongea kidogo, which would be speak a literal. And those are some of the things, some of the common verbs in Swahili: ongea, soma, osha, pika. Pika is cook, and also is not a very, very difficult. It's also not very, very difficult when you pronounce those things as they are. Pika, P-I-K-A, P-I-K-A, which is cook. And I'm talking about kidogo. If you say kidogo, kidogo simply refers to kidogo simply refers to a bit. Kidogo, a literal, simply refers to a literal. That is what you do say in Swahili. You do say kidogo, and it's understood. So it's understood. It's understood to be just like that. So any questions, kindly, if you do have questions, please ask them. If you do have questions, kindly ask those questions as we proceed. I do not want to continue without having to ask questions. Please do ask me questions. Kindly do ask me questions. I would love to take your questions from you. I would love to take your questions from you. Kindly, if you do have questions, please feel free to ask. If you do have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm anticipating your question. Sorry, I'm saying sometimes you might ask a question because you simply comprehend what has been taught. Sometimes you might remain silent because you have no idea whatsoever what Spike was talking about throughout the whole Swahili class. But please indulge me. Ask any question that you would like to ask so that we all, how could you compile your flashcards into a Word document for us to download? Yes, I think I'll do that. I'll just share the link. Share the link as a document, a Word document link. I'll just share it on the next class, or I'll just put it on the network website. I always keep on saying I'll do that, but I haven't done that. But I'll make sure to do it so that you can just see it and just have some time practicing. There is an app which is known as the Duolingo app. There is an app which is known as the Duolingo app. And it also gives you a bit more in-depth learning, easier learning of Swahili. And also, what else? I think you can also decide to buy the dictionary. But the problem is the dictionary does not have pronunciation, so you would still be lost. I think you'd rather learn it from, learning it when it's also in audio, as opposed to just reading, because you wouldn't know how do you read it. It might be a bit problematic. Whenever I was tell you go get the dictionary, it might still be a problematic. But please do ask me a question. Please do ask me a question. I'm always delighted to answer any question, and also just get to hear from you. And Swahili has to do a whole lot with the repetition, because you have to keep on repeating, and the more you repeat, the more you get to internalize, or the more you get to learn this beautiful language. It's not difficult. You just have to have an accountability friend, or I might say an accountability partner, if I might say so. You just need to have an accountability friend or an accountability partner, and that way you would be able to learn very, very easily, very, very easily. It wouldn't be difficult. It wouldn't be difficult. And the other week, General Musiro was asking me whether I'm on on TikTok. I actually came across this particular video from TikTok. This is just as we wind up, because if you do not have questions, I think we shall continue with the classes next time. You can also cut the other part of this class. It was cut off because we had a problem with the charger here, but you can catch, there are 2 episodes, there are 2 parts of this particular class. So also make sure you catch the other part also on this particular channel. But there's so many things that have been going on, and I just wanted to share this particular video of this particular lady. This is totally unrelated to Swahili. It has nothing to do with Swahili. But this is the kind of respect this woman, or this African queen, is asking for when someone is just going to jump onto her live on Twitter. So let me share this particular video. It's a funny one. It's actually just a short video, so I'm not sure how many seconds even it lasts, but let me share this particular video here. Show you what's going on with this woman here. Can I share the link? I believe I can share it. This is it. Can I get the audio from these? What's going on?
Nor are they relevant. So why do you feel like you need to come and keep saying something to my people? You need to ask me my permission before you speak or comment on my videos. You come under my video and say, Lord, may I please have your permission to say something? Then you wait for me to give you my permission before you start tapping, moving your little pasty fingers around on my page. You people have been talking way too much for way too long, and your time is officially up. It is Black Power forever. If you
That is speaking what to power. That is the lady right there. I don't know if you can catch the audio of the same, but nonetheless, I think the audio is way too low. But that is a little bit of what she was talking about, Black Power, and just getting into her life, with a whole lot of regard and respect to what she's doing and what she's talking about. There are so many other videos. I will share with them some of those particular interesting videos I found to be rather interesting. I will share those particular videos on the WhatsApp group. So in case you're with us here and you haven't joined our WhatsApp official Black Hot Fire Network WhatsApp group, let me know. You can shoot me an email, blackhotfireafrica@gmail.com, blackhotfireafrica@gmail.com, and I would be glad. Also, of course, if you want those particular notes, you can also write to me, Swahili note. Just write an email, a blank email with the title, the subject, Swahili notes, and I'll just share them to you before I upload them on a Google document and I share the link with us. So family, thank you so much for being with us on this particular one. It's me, your homeboy Spikes, signing out from today's class. We shall communicate whether we shall be doing this class on Saturdays and Sundays. I believe it might be much more impactful if you're able to do it Saturdays and Sundays, but we shall plan and see how that also works out. I want to give Keith a big shout out for having us on this particular platform. The work that Keith does is a whole lot of work. Not many people that particular love and a spirit for their people to put together a wonderful network like this. You'd find people deciding to put their money elsewhere, not putting their money towards a cause like this, where we do have a platform that brings together, us as a people and puts us on that particular mindset, of uniting once again and getting back to a place of global prominence. So that is why I give Keith a big shout out for, putting together this particular platform and being on the work for over, I believe 10 years. I'm not sure how long the network has been.
Nah, not that long. Not that long.
No,
Like,
no,
not that
okay.
long.
Yeah, but,
we might have been around. We might have got around seriously. Yeah, when I was first getting you guys together with
yeah,
you and with you, that was 2017. So we say
yeah,
around 2017 we started putting everything together. This is before I
yeah,
hired you, and we
yeah.
was meeting you and what's our boy? What's our brother's name out there
That zone,
in
that
Nigeria?
zone,
No,
that
no,
zone.
no, no, no. The brother out there, Whoop out there, Whoop out there in Nigeria.
Nigeria, Lex. Lex is still on the WhatsApp. He's still on the WhatsApp group, but I hardly find him saying
Haven't
anything.
heard. He may be in it, but I never heard him. I haven't talked to Lex in 4 years. Now it's been 4 years since 2020.
I was
It's been
speaking
four.
to him the other day.
Okay.
And he was telling me
Wow.
that he actually got a message from one of these big artists in the US, and the artist was telling them that they had listened to Lex music and it was wonderful, and they could work. But then again, the artist was trying to scam to get some money from Lex. Was telling them you have to pay a whole lot of money, and that is a popular
What?
one. Yeah, that is
So they were trying to reverse scam. They were trying to scam a Nigerian this
yeah,
time.
they were trying to reverse it.
And Lex is
But
Lex is talented. He really can sing. I don't know
yes,
how's his career going, but I've heard from Lex. Like I said, about
yeah,
4 years. That's why we had Lex. That's why we had Lex on the show when you interviewed him with Ruby Zod. And
mm,
Ruby Zod was crushing all over him. I like Nigerians.
mm,
Like so what,
mm,
lady? So,
mm,
I don't think Lexon picked it up. Ruby Zod was crushing all over him. I like
mm,
Nigerians. So what?
mm. That is that was a crush. That was a crush. Yeah, yeah. You're General Zero is asking the names. You're asking the names. No, that wasn't P. Diddy. That was an artist that goes by the name Dave. I think he's very known in New York and other places.
What was his name? Spike?
It was Dave East.
I don't know. I don't even know what the hell that is.
You probably have heard of him. You probably have heard
I
of him.
I ain't heard of him. That's somebody Lexon knows.
He
I never heard of. Dave.
he has songs with he has songs with I think he has songs with Nas and
So they ain't making no. They ain't making no money.
Anyway, a whole lot of things have been going on this particular week. We did have a trending video clip from the Black Fire Network that was doing that went viral this week.
Yeah, like I think got like 500,000 views in Kenya with Canvas. I guess he's one of those artists. I don't know who he was talking about. Some lady or something, right?
He was talking about a fellow Kenyan artist who spoke against a subgenre of music that artists are trying to come up with. And this lady is a renowned artist. She has been in the industry for over 15 years. So she is someone who has done a lot in the industry.
Can you go to TikTok? I mean not TikTok, but Instagram and get it. Spikes that's clear. I think it's on the Kenyan Social Club or somebody.
Yeah. There's a gossip. It's known as a gossip club. Club. Let me wind up the show by sharing this particular video. It's known as.
I think the people in the comments are telling Canvas to shut his filthy mouth.
I read the comments. I read some of the comments. You know, the thing with Kenyans is that Kenyans like to jump on the wave. Sometimes they do not know what's going on.
What's going on?
They just want to be there. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, they just want to be there throwing panties and comments. You know, they want to find two people fighting, and you don't know even who they're fighting. No, they just want to get in the fight and side with whomever. Which side is wanting? Don't want you to go and just have those people stop fighting. You just want to go and join the fight, and that is how Kenyans are on Twitter. They just want to go. They just want to get into the fight, and they don't care which side.
Yeah, I know who the hell he was talking about. Somebody she should give an apology to somebody. I'm like, who the hell is he talking about?
The lady is known as Habida. But she actually took it personal. She even put out a press statement in response to what was said. She even put out a press statement. She got a message. And the next day there was a press statement that she actually shared, and it was interesting. Let me share. It was serious. Let me share this video here.
I guess Cameron's got to. You have beat that. Oh, everybody an apology. What the hell is he talking about?
Her press statement wasn't an apology because she has been in the industry for 20 years, so she knows what she was talking about. But anyhow, let me share this small clip here.
Right.
And I think even Joby was on the gaslighting. I think Joby was in the clip gaslighting.
Yeah, gaslighting. That was Joby. Yeah. And Joby said period. Joby was egging his ass on. That's right. Yeah. Period.
Gassing him up.
Exactly.
And,
exactly. Gas him up.
Let me I see this video. Did they take it down? I think it's still here. Where is it?
They took it down or something. As that lady said, I demand you take this shit
I think
down.
They normally do post up a whole lot of posts. So you might find them at the bottom there because those were so many, I think 4 days ago.
They do.
So.
Yeah, they do so many. I think that was last weekend, so it was last Monday. So yeah, they might be way down there.
Yeah, I've seen it here. Let me share it with the family. Then we shall wind up because time is so spent.
Okay.
So this is a video, family.
Kenya and fans of urban music, we demand an apology
from Habida.
Officially on her social media, and we demand that she pin it at the top of all her social media handles. Okay? That you apologize to Kenyans
would love to see how it would actually go in a real situation where you have a team on this side and a team on the other side, and then you do have like Joby gaslighting people there, and then it has push comes to shove. Then you see whether they'll hold up. Once this goes crazy, everyone scatters. Anyhow, this is what was going on. And,
you apologize to urban tone artists and you tell them that you were wrong and that you shall reconsider your stupid views. Demand this apology unless those demands are met. Cancel Habida.
Cancel Habida.
Mimi.
You'd actually just love to see. You'd actually just love to see the comments under that particular post, and you laugh. You laugh the whole damn.
Yeah, that shit went. That shit went viral. That shit went viral in Kenya. They got like 500,000 views or some shit. And shit, I don't know. I'm like, who the hell is this Abiba? And why they so mad at her? What she do? You know, I don't know what the hell she even did. Like,
no, she's actually a Kenyan artist, but she actually moved. She moved to South Africa some years back. Then her career didn't go so well in South Africa. She came back, and she has been doing a whole. She has been doing a whole lot to make sure she stays relevant and her career, keeps an upward trajectory. But then again, the thing is,
but why they so mad at her then, Spike? Right? Why Black Eyed Fire so mad? What did she do?
She did nothing. The thing is,
so he's saying Canvas and Joe are acting crazy as hell.
Guys are acting crazy. The thing is, for me, from where I stand watching this whole situation, and it's very good to also be clear that there is a new trend. There's like you would have on a piano, you would have music. Of course, there are new genres and trends coming up in music every time. Afrobeat, piano, and all these other kinds of genres coming up. Again, of Kenyans, we do have a group of Kenyans, Kenyan artists, a fraternity of Kenyan artists, who have decided to come up with a new genre of music, which they call urban tone. But this urban tone, this urban tone, this is not actually real original music. What happens with urban tone is you go pick up a beat. For example, you might take a beat from
and a piano
from Biniman, from Biniman, a dancehall beat from Biniman. And then when you take up the dancehall beat from Biniman, nothing changes. You just pick the beat, put some Swahili lyrics to the beat, and then now say this is actually now.
I got you. They still I got you. They jack the beat, and just do Swahili on top of it, and say this is some new shit. I got you.
This is a new shit, right? Everyone has to come listen to this. And then again, if I was to play you, most of these songs even are copyrighted. They have copyright issues because you just jacked a beat from Biniman.
Yeah, because you changed somebody's beat. Yeah.
From So even the whole putting process, when you put in music, there's a whole process of coming up with the beat, coming up with a whole new variety of the vibe. That is not there. So for Habida, she said, I do not understand why Kenyans should be going to the direction where you're taking someone's music and just putting some.
I get it. So actually she's right.
Yeah, she's right, because she says, I do not have a problem with young artists trying to get something on their table, to get some food on their table. I do not have a problem with that. The only problem I have is you're gassing them up, telling them that they have discovered a new genre of music. Well, that is not a new genre of music. That is just simply jacking people's
movies. Yeah. That's like sample. Like in the old days, it was called sampling.
It was yes. There's a difference now between sampling and just picking up the beat and just saying it's I'm going to put some Swahili lyrics on these, and this is going to be my shit. This is actually urban. But the thing is, for me, what I do see with these young artists, most of these young artists, some of them, they are not able to pay for the studio time and come up with the whole original thing.
Yeah,
you can just download a bit from the internet, and you want to get some money off it. So it's a whole lot. There are many angles to this particular conversation, but then again, I do not see anything wrong with in sharing her opinion.
I get you.
We as a Black Fan Network, we also entitled to, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, which is
opinion. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I don't know no beater. I didn't know the situation. What was going on? I just seen that Black Eyed Fire was trending. I heard Canvas going off on the lady. I don't know who the lady is. I didn't know what the dispute was. I didn't know none of it.
we would love to have our industry grow, as you know, the Kenyan young, that's young artists is coming to something wonderful and getting food on the table. Then again, we also do not want it to be like just picking up from,
just checking people's feet. But as Black Out Fire, we believe in freedom of speech. I'm actually on the lady, even though Black Out Fire went off on that lady, I'm actually on the side of the lady now that I know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on, but as Black Out Fire, you got your own opinion, you got your right to it, you got your right to express it. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah. So for Habida, I would just actually say I actually saw the press she put out.
What she said?
Let me just share the press release she put out so that we can just put that to rest and then.
Hear what she said.
Let me share.
I didn't know why they were so mad. What the hell was going on?
I would just say, do not. No, let me share this. This gets crazy. Let me just share these. Just hang on a second here, so that let me just see. Let me see. Ting. But also, what I have realized is that with Kenya, and also the rest of Africa, right now, all the creativity and all the energy, people are now catching up with the trends. Actually now the shift, like you were saying some years back, the shift is also moving from these other places and coming to Africa because, like Nigeria is doing a whole lot of original.
Everything has its cycle. And Africa is this African cycle. Come up from Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya. If you're able to catch the wave, if you're already prepared, like a Kenyan, you'll catch the wave. The next wave will be you. It just things are cyclical. Things work in cycles. As long as you're ready, if you're ready, the cycle comes around to you. If you're ready, if you suck I heard that. If you suck like that music, I heard Spike's playing like 3 years ago, coming out of Zambia. You ain't gonna catch no wave. You're like, this ain't gonna work.
What music? What music was that? So let me share this. This is from Twitter. This is on Habida, as we wind up. This is Habida's press release, and this was her response to, I think, that the video that Black Fire put out, was whatever video transferred. So she said, for immediate press release, statement on Urban Tone. Over the last 2 days, it has come to my attention that my brand has been under cyberbullying attack following a recent online interview done in
oh my God!
Urban Tone. Yeah, this is what she said. And then she says, I strongly condemn sentiments from some specific individuals through social media that were made to picture and portray me as a hater and non-supportive of the new generation and sound. It's at my capacity, role, and responsibility as a well-respected member of the entertainment industry to show love, support, and guidance to new and fresh talent. I wish to specifically show support to young, new talent and exclusively state that my brand is closely working with some of the great talents to ensure that we all reach the goal and make Kenyan music great as always. I would like also to thank the Kenyan fans who are always showing support to us and showing your undying support for my new song, Let You Go. I encourage any young artists to continue displaying their talent through any channel available to encourage all Kenyan fans to show them support as well as work together to nurture a young generation of artists and mind-blowing talent. With love, Habida. That is simply what she just said. She said,
that was a good. That was good. She didn't apologize. Kind of stood by her. She stood by her guns, but she's very respectful and kindly and kind about it.
Yeah, that is what did happen. So once again, a quick shout out to Habida, and also, like I did say, let's keep on supporting our young talent and making sure that these industries are getting to where it deserves to be. Keith, I'm ending the Swahili class.
Of course. I want to say I want to say much love to everybody show up. Thanks to Spikes for showing back up and doing Swahili class again, family. I'm taking it more serious this time. Last time he was doing, I was never taking it serious, and so I didn't get a lot of the lessons I needed to get. So since I'm doing more business in Kenya and Tanzania, I gotta know this language because I can't be getting those special deals. So
that has to be.
you know,
Yeah.
so it'll be up to Spikes. Like up to Spikes whether you want to do it Saturday and Sunday. It depends on the schedule. And like I said, family, not this week, but next week they get Chad Spikes to get his stuff together. Figure out what he's going to do on the street. Spikes going to be bringing you a show twice a week, guys. Not this week, but starting next week for sure. He'll be on the streets of Kenya, here and there, interviewing people. Like I said, hopefully he won't get his phone stolen or, get his ass beat out there.
That will not happen. That will not happen.
That's a good look. Go ahead.
Yeah, the name of the show will be African Times, just showing just love and positivity on the African continent.
Okay, good. That's good. African, what would you call African what?
African Times. Just
African Times. Okay, I need to get with to get with Danny to get him to make you a banner for the show. I'm gonna tell him this Monday, make him a banner and get a good picture of you so you get your banner. African Times. I like that. So it'll be African Times. Over the show will be interesting. It'll be bringing it to you twice a week. It's gonna be edited, not gonna be live, edited, and we'll bring so we can edit and put good quality out there. Let's talk about regular stuff. He might do some funny stuff, whatever he does. Just be on the lookout for that show. It should be a lot of fun, interesting. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with. So that family much love.
I appreciate the opportunity, Keith, and also for the family that has been showing us love and support. We never take your company for granted. General Mosquito, Jiba Jaba, I think Sister Michelle was not with us today, but the rest of the Black Hot Fire Network, we truly value and appreciate your support. It's never taken for granted. And also for those that have supported the stream, even financially using a Cash App or any other platform, we do.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out to Big Cheese. I'm going to shout out Big Cheese if you're listening. Thanks for the donation, brother. You always come in hand. I always need it. You see, we give value at Black Hot Fire, so I always appreciate the donations because I know how tough things are. If you can donate, please do. Go to Cash App, Mr. Black Hot Fire, or go to the your app or your or the website www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. Go to the donation page. You can either use PayPal or just your regular credit card, or you can Cash App us like a Mr. Black Hot Fire. So whenever you guys can help, we sure appreciate it because we want to give value and love and reconnect this African family. And this shit, family, costs a lot of goddamn money. Right? That's a lot of fucking money.
It's very, very costly. But I think, like I was saying a little bit earlier, not anyone would simply put up the work that our kid has put up, putting the network together. And they're not
gonna do it, Spice. Come out their pocket.
Yeah,
they don't feel like it's
people go get scammed. There are so many other platforms that people go get scammed, and it's crazy. We know some of those platforms.
They get scammed, but they're not gonna do it because it's costly. It costs a lot of money to put all this together. It's a lot of damn money. So most people, all they want is their little YouTube channel, get their little YouTube money for themselves. We don't get no YouTube money. I didn't get that. Let's go on,
George Guy, thank you so much. I do hope that you're well in Canada. And also, there was an interesting video that George Guy was sharing on WhatsApp. I think that was
I missed it. What was it about?
That was a picture. No, I remember it was a picture of the sunny afternoon in Canada and also some other videos. So if you haven't joined us on,
it probably was a picture of his cool ass Jamaican relatives whipping his ass up in Canada. Nigga, he ain't supposed to be part of no Black Hot Fire, nigga. Smacking him in the head. What you doing? Every time he tries to bring up Black Hot Fire, Spike they end up trying to whip his ass.
much love. Thank you so much.
I try to tell Joby, you don't want no Jamaican man. There's too many coons it's coonocracy going on in there.
What happened to the Jamaican brother? What's his name? This Jamaican
Samuel, he's still around. Samuel, he's still
Samuel.
around. Yeah, he was at the
Okay.
show last week, but he still doesn't.
Okay.
Samuel lives on the next. He went to get him a job at the next island over. He lives in. Well, he still lives in Jamaica, but he's been living in the what island is that he's on? What island is that?
The name
The Caymans. He's been living in the Caymans. Yeah, he's
But I
been
think he
living
has been there for even. I think he has been there
That's
for a
what-
long time.
Yeah, but that's where his job's at. He ain't going back to Jamaica. He ain't got no jobs, folks.
General Musidio saying, Spectre UTM in the WhatsApp chat. Yes, that's me. And of course, I want to end this particular live here. I wish you
What's
happy
up,
and a
family?
productive new week. I want to wish you happy and a productive new week. Stay positive. And of course, just keep your antennas up there so that you are also catching what is happening with everything. Thank you so much. Till next time. Much peace and love. I want to say kwaheri sana. Asante sana.
So hairy bastards. Oh, you gonna visit Toronto? You going back to Toronto? You going back to Toronto, George Guy? Yeah, a lot of your family. Hey, how many family members you got in Vancouver? Is this you that moved over across Canada? All right, that's what's up.
That's what's up.
We got a lot of he can let the Kenyans. We got a lot of Kenyans up in Toronto, all on the streets suffering, ain't got no jobs in the cold. Got a lot of Kenyans in Toronto.
I heard about one particular incident of one guy who had gone looking for work in Canada. It didn't work out. I think it was in Toronto. I'm not sure, but
yeah, they end up in Toronto or over there with George live right now because George actually from Toronto. He moved across the country to Vancouver to the west. So you got them in Toronto. Yeah, they're mostly in Toronto because that's the capital of Canada. Like, so they go to. I mean, it's Ontario, but that's not. It's the biggest city in Canada. It's not the biggest city. So they end up usually in Toronto, and then they get there, and the wife will say, "Nigga, what you doing here?" Well, I'm in Kenya. I can't listen. You a nigga. We don't care what damn African country you come from.
You will find so many of our people out there. Once again, Houston will be in Toronto on Juneteenth. George Guy is doing his Juneteenth conference in Toronto with Dr. Uma. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wish you happy and a productive rest. Thank you.